The United States is insisting that the fragile ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is holding despite another round of Israeli airstrikes. Gaza's Hamas-run civil defense agency says some 100 people were killed in those strikes. Israel and Hamas accuse each other of violating the U.S.-backed ceasefire agreement, which came into effect about 3 weeks ago. An Israeli official said IDF troops had come under fire in the city of Rafah in southern Gaza. Hamas has denied involvement in the attack. Our correspondent Tanya Kramer is in Jerusalem. She told us how Israel is justifying its latest airstrikes, in Gaza.
Well, the Israeli Prime Minister ordered these strikes last night. He said to the military to forcefully attack Gaza after what it described as ceasefire violations. And one of it was that the troops were fired upon on Tuesday afternoon. A military official said they were operating east of the so-called yellow line. That is the line that the Israeli army has withdrawn to. They confirmed now that one reservist, one soldier, was killed, but that also came after Hamas handed over on Monday night a casket with just partial remains of a hostage that was already recovered, whose body was already recovered late in 2023. And there has been a sense among Israeli officials in Israel. They have been accusing Hamas now for the past 3 weeks or so of holding back in recovering those deceased hostages and not handing over those hostages. Now, we heard Hamas then saying in a statement last night that they're still committed to the ceasefire, that they were not involved in this attack on Israeli troops, but they also accused Israel of violating terms of the ceasefire by isolated airstrikes over the past weeks and also by not opening, for example, the Rafah crossing.
Given these latest developments, Tanya, how stable would you say that the ceasefire is now?
Well, it's always hard to say in this very fragile process. It's certainly another setback, but a setback with devastating consequences for the people in Gaza there. Obviously, they had another night of heavy bombardment. We've seen the casualties rising, videos coming out from there also. So it is a major flare-up, what we've also seen a week and a half ago. And there is some pressure in Israel, at least, from some of the political parties here, but also from some of the hostage families waiting for the remains of their loved ones to be come back to Israel to suspend this process. But that might not be so much in the interest of the U.S. administration right now. We heard U.S. President Donald Trump saying that he thinks the ceasefire is not in jeopardy, but that Israel has the right to fight back if soldiers are killed.
Tanya, thank you very much. Our correspondent Tanya Kramer there in Jerusalem.